Oh, this is so bad. Guys, sorry about that. Let me do this again. Coming down in 3, 2, 1. Guys, first, congratulations. Album number 15, 1000 Arms. Gotta ask you real quick, straight up. What was it about this album that you guys had a chance to do, say you haven't done in other albums?
Well, with this record, it came in informed with the Christmas record we did. And the Christmas record was an enjoyable experience, and we did it very quickly. So we wanted to bring a little bit of that energy into this record. And we were working with an engineer, Tim Vesley, co-producer from the Real Statics, bass player in the Real Statics. And we had confidence in him, and we trusted him. So that allows you to, sort of like, do your thing and do it quickly, and it allows you to go a little deeper, so. And we knew we wanted to make something just a little poppier on this record. Something, and as Jim always says, our idea of pop is different than most people's idea of what pop is. So this is more, like stiff records, that sort of pop. And I think like we just wanted to have Jim and I singing a bit more together. And it worked out well.
Yeah, Superstar, you know what? It's infectious. It really gets into your head. You guys had fun with that too, didn't you?
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to write. Was sort of a trip to LA where we were just stunned by, the excess in LA. I mean, even though it's there, just sometimes witnessing it is, hey, you look at some house that's 40,000 square feet and you think, a family lives there? Like, what do they do with all that space? Anyway, and then it's fun to write.
Reality TV show.
Yeah, I know, it's true. It's fun to write a song that mocks things, You don't have to be, don't have to be too biting, but just mocking. And then, of course, the last verse for me is always a little bit more reverential. So, yeah, and it was fun to do.
And you guys are back on tour happening in January next year. I mean, what's that going to be like? And what can fans expect from the tour?
Well, we like being on the road. It keeps us in shape, and it fills our fridge. And
the stuff we bring home from the rider, you mean?
Yeah. And so, the fans, the Blue Rodeo shows now are just big sing-alongs, so I think they know there's no expectations left.
I want to get into that because you guys are now are you used to knowing that you guys are now Canadian icons? I mean, you got a lot of new bands who've grown up listening to your music and have been influenced by it.
As flattering as that is, I think we've had, there's a lot of expectation for us all the time. I think that we always feel like we should never fail, never let down our standards, try to really, you should hear us after our show. Like it's show 25,642, and we're critical of some tiny mistake, but I think that works well for us, to just continue to try to do good performances and write good music. And then the rest is just nice to accept with gratitude. It's not something of our construction, and nor is it something that should turn our heads around.
Well, and I know we're going to have to wrap this up, but one other question I've been dying to ask you guys about the Hip, Gord, Downie. What do you think what those guys did over the summer and how Gord's been handling his situation?
Well, it's a very inspiring thing, It's, presented with the same thing, many people wouldn't do that, or performers. It's sort of an amazing story, they're an amazing story. High school friends, same member in the same band since high school. That's amazing. And they've really done a lot for the community of Canada, that all those roadside attractions that sort of made people's summers, people traveling with the band, and Gord's always been this great entertainer with this askewed perspective of his position in the world and the world itself. And I've always found him so, I love reading his interviews because they're just so entertaining, he's funny. And and the way that he is, with such dignity and grace, living through his life with the hand of death on his shoulder, you know. So it's totally inspiring, and we love them dearly.
Same thing, my friend.
Oh, I think
Jim
that
doesn't like them.
I think that it's been. I think all the things that he said are what we all feel, and I think that it's also made us look at our own band and our own community that we've grown up in, and just be even more grateful that we have this community. Like, we're not a bunch of isolated bands. We really are a bunch of people that know what's going on with each other, that see each other frequently, and have great affection for each other. And that's, I don't think that, I always said it would be difficult to do this without a partner. Well, I think ultimately it would also be difficult to do this without a whole community and culture of musicians with whom you can share this experience.
Guys, look, again, congratulations on the new album. Can't wait for the tour. Thanks again.